different steps. So
Yeah, yeah.
I understand that. Except the point is to take one small step,
Yes.
be okay with that, then take the next step, which is just
Yes.
outside your boundary.
Comfort zone. Yes.
Right. Yep. When you've been alone for a long time, your brain kind of starts to the chemistry of your brain actually changes, and I think that you have to retrain your brain to see that you can successfully interact with others, and especially we see this post-pandemic with some of the younger crowd that some of our Gen X, Y, Zers who find it even more difficult, and I feel like a lot of their relationships are digital. And so then they start to realize that they're missing out on something, and then they can't put their, they can't put a name to it, or they don't understand what they're experiencing. And they're actually experiencing the lack of physical interaction, physical touch, physical anything. I can't tell you the number of young people that I have run into that through my volunteerism on a site that provides a listening ear to people. It's called 7 Cups. And I run into dozens upon dozens of young people who have never had an in-person relationship and believe that they've had full, meaningful relationships that have been completely digital.
Yeah.
Where Facebook or
Yes.
WhatsApp is the closest they've come.
Yeah, it's very deceiving. There are a lot of students that I work with that misconstrue having so many Facebook friends as actually having friendships. And then they realize they're extremely isolated. And then, of course, I get a referral to help them figure out how to actually make friends. And there's a big social skill deficit that the kids are experiencing now. And in one of my school districts, we actually run a social skills class to help them develop skills and help them understand how to develop friendships.
Yeah, that volunteering group 7 Cups, is that what it's about? People getting together, trying to understand what their current levels are and improve upon themselves? Is that what it's about?
So it's a unique website. I think everybody's heard of BetterHelp, and that's run by therapists, but this has actually got that plus a volunteer aspect. So I'm what's called a volunteer listener, and you can just go on and vent. And we can't give actual therapeutic advice, but we can help you brainstorm or help you work through a problem and ask you open-ended questions so that you can think through and give suggestions as to how you might perceive it a little bit differently based on your life experience, meaning my life experience. I can share that back with somebody and say, well, have you ever thought about it from this point of view? And it's not actual therapy, but it kind of does a little bit of the same thing around the edges. And as long as you're not actually giving therapeutic advice, then and the person is working towards just sorting it out on their own, it seems to be pretty effective for people who don't have serious issues.